This is a listed building that has been converted into houses, and frankly, I have no idea how it's been put together. So before I get too carried away, I thought I'd pop down the smoke head and pop out some downlights and see what's going on. This is my new toy, the 𝐏𝐚𝐫𝐿 RC3 digital inspection camera, and it's got a 15-meter cable attached to it. And I thought it would be perfect for inspecting these ceiling voids. The picture is super clear, and as you can see, it doesn't look like I'm going to have too many issues here, to be honest. Just straight through that timber at the end and I'm into the garage. These are called stud buddies, and what they really are is just really strong magnets. And what they're going to allow me to do is to identify where the wooden joists are, and they'll pick up on the nails in the wood. So I have one there. And I have another one there. That means I can cut in this space here for an access hatch. I'm just going to spend some time going over this entire area to make sure I've got no other timbers in the way, because the last thing I want is an obstruction. I found another one there. Give it the old magic taparoo. Sounds hollow to me. And my plan is to hopefully fish my cable through that way and then down into here. So I might need to cut another hole in here, but we'll see. The more downlights that I can pop out just means less hatches that I have to cut. And I'm just going to use the camera again to see through this downlight hole if this is even possible. So with this, what you can get is the 𝐏𝐚𝐫𝐿 cable rods, and also if you get the longer rod on a reel, I can't remember what it's called now, you can attach that to that and feed it down a ducting. Again here, a nice open void, so nothing to worry about. So here we go, I've checked everything I possibly can. So getting through to the garage is absolutely fine, just straight through there.
Yeah.
But getting down here, we have a problem. So my background is not domestic electrical work, and I've never first fixed a new build house. Right, we have a little bit of hope. This is the gap that goes down there, and I'm going to stick the camera down and see how far that goes. So that wood is this one here that the stud buddies picked up. So we're going to do another hatch here, and that'll get me then through there, through that wood, and then I can drill through that one and get into there. Well, that was the theory anyway. So I just realised that isn't going to work. Had a chat with a customer and we're cutting another hatch. This is getting worse and worse. It's 11:30. Another hatch and a new plan. It's 1:15. It's taken me 5 hours to get my cable from there to there. And now I need to get my cable through that downlight, cut another hatch there to get me through to that understairs cupboard. Now you might be thinking, why didn't you just do that in the first place, Adam? Well, because the route from the garage straight through the hall and down the stairs looked like the quickest way to do it. The quickest way is not to go around the houses first, so that's why I done what I done. The reason for the last hatch is this is like an L-shaped boxing that I need to get the cable round, but it's the last one, I promise. And now all I have to do is fish it through to this downlight and then fish it to the final position. Pull back the slack on the cable, chop up some wood and repair the final hole. So when making good holes that I make, I use this British gypsum mixer, and it goes off in 20 minutes, depending on the thickness that you put it on. When you find a sink that actually fits the bucket, chuck some water in and then mix it up. And then I just mix it up until I get the right consistency. If it looks like that, you need more water. And then it should look something like that. Now I'm no professional decorator, but this is the way that I've done it in my house, and I've had no cracks, and I'm putting on more than what I probably need, but I can sand that all back down later. Now that nightmare's over, the consumer unit installed in here. Oh, thank you so much.
There's the coffee.
Thank you, that's lovely. Can I have one of those?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm on a bit of a biscuit break at the minute, but I've had nothing to eat yet today and I'm absolutely starving. I'm installing the Proteus consumer unit with the SPD and the bidirectional RCBO again turning into a bit of a favourite for me at the minute. This is all done now. Proteus consumer unit, 𝐾𝐬𝐬𝐬 is ready to go. Everything's done. Cat5 is ready here. Onto the charger. It is now 5 o'clock. I've just about got enough room to get my head in the hole up there. And I've got a bit of twin and earth there, and I'm going to try and hook it. Once I've got this bit done, I'm definitely on the home straight. I originally thought I'd be done here by 3 o'clock, which is why I only do one of these a day, because you never know. And then this is going to be my dual wire to tie my 𝐾𝐬𝐬𝐬 cable to get it down there. And then I need to patch this hole up. Where has my tape gone? Here it is. Lost my tape again, found it. Keep it going. Hopefully I've got enough there. That'll do.
That's fine, isn't it?
Yep. Bang on.
I don't know if it would go any tighter, but...
That'll do. Happy days.
I'll leave it. Alright.
Can I
Just
borrow
give it a
your
shake.
microwave?
Yeah.
Yeah. Customer's doing my lunch at 5:30. It's getting dark, but I'm stopping for something to eat. You gotta stop sometimes. So the reason I've had to do this crazy whole route is all of the first floor is laminated, which would have been far easier to lift the floor and do this. Not an option, but we're getting there now. Lovely jubbly. Oh, I sound all depressed then. Lovely jubbly. Quick side note, this has been an absolute godsend. I didn't show you everything that I've done with it. As I'm sure you can tell, I'm pressed for time, but it's been brilliant. I highly recommend this. I'll do like a proper review on this. There's no way I'd have got this job done without it. So, well done, Rumpotech. Finally, I can crack on with my dead testing. Then I'm going to put it together and carry out my live testing. But guess what? The battery on the light's wearing out. And there it goes. Not to worry, just get another one and carry on. I can't get this connected to the internet on the Wi-Fi. Won't have it. So I'm hardwiring it now. And it's 7:10. But that's exactly why I don't cut off these extra cores in my Cat5, and why it's a good idea if you're installing 𝐾𝐬𝐬𝐬 to install the Cat5 rather than the one with just the 2 pair, because otherwise I'd be absolutely just screwed at this point. So when you're doing this, just make sure you leave some slack on this cable, otherwise you're going to be in a world of trouble. And just so you know, I've got 4 pairs in here. I've got 1 pair, the brown and the brown white, being used for the CT clamp, which leaves me the orange white, green white and blue white, which I'm going to put an RJ45 connector in and pop it in there. Finish off my testing and go home. Blooming heck, what a day. Crimp it up. So now if you see, my CT connection goes in there, and then my RJ45 will just about go in there. It says connect to network. I've already done that. It's hardwired. Come on. I'm going to reset the charger. Can't get it connected, and it's hardwired. And I've checked my my connections with a tester. It's game over. It's 7:30. I'm going home. And come back another day and sort that bit out. See you in the morning. Day 2. Here we go. Job number 1 is to move all this fiberglass and try and work out the best cable route. I want to be in and out of this loft as quick as possible. These little velocity pouches that you can get are lovely, and this is what I put my D-line clips in, and I'll be using a spit gun to get that nailed up quick as I can. I'm going to clip my cable down the side. It's just neater than clipping it all over the top of the joists. I really don't like wearing masks, but it's definitely worth doing. It's quite often that I come across this. Where my charger's going, there's a hanging basket in the way. No one wants that dripping all over their charger. So, I always remove them. And I'll put them somewhere else if my client wants me to. Hanging baskets and chargers, no, 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 no. Right, let's get that cable installed as quick as we can. Stay, stay. No filming inside the house today, but I'll tell you what I'm doing. So they've got a BG split load consumer unit. I'll try and grab a photo if I can. And I'm shuffling it along, so I'm going to put in my double pole bi-directional BG RCBO next to the main switch and feed it that way. BG do several RCBOs. They do the normal single pole and neutral one, and they do this bi-directional one. It's quite hard to get hold of, but you can get it like next day in Screwfix. I found that's the best way of getting it. So make sure you get that one. I watched a podcast and it was this guy there, very clever guy, I can't remember his name, and he was talking about why we even have VDE screwdrivers, because we shouldn't be working on live electrics at all. But anyway, have you heard of a vessel? So I got some new screwdrivers, tool obsessed. VDE, you can get these at the Toolmonster.store, discount code SOTA, not sponsored. And I just thought I'd show you them quickly because they've got a different head on them. They've got a ball grip, which looks like this. I haven't tried these yet, so I'm not going to tell you they're the best thing in the world, but I have been using this Vessel PZ2 screwdriver, and it's ratchet, and the feel of that actually doing stuff up has been really nice because you've got a good solid base to push up against. So I've been enjoying that. I'm going to swap out my screwdrivers for the other Vessel ones and try them out, and I'll let you know if they're any good or not. Honestly, don't know. And the Rogue 13 tester bag, still got the label on it. I'm really loving this. So I'm going to finish this job off and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. Today's job should be an absolute breeze with a bit of luck. We have a new consumer unit installed. SPD, lovely, and it's Niglon. And I thought it'd be a bit of a pain getting a bi-directional RCBO for this brand, but it turns out got one in Rexall very easily. They ordered one in. I'll show you what it looks like. So this is it. And just so you know, how you check, all these RCBOs need to disconnect the line and neutral conductor, and on the side they have a little drawer in there, and as you can see the line and neutral will both disconnect under fault conditions. And with bi-directional ones you don't need this unless you're doing vehicle to grid, but I've personally found that if you get a bi-directional one guaranteed that neutral is going to switch as well. So if you can, just get one of these. This setup's a little bit different with regards to the supply to this board. We've got an SWA running to it, and I need to get my CT clamp around what would normally be the meter tails. So I'll show you what we've got over here. As you can see, the consumer unit is a little bit far away from the cutout. Normally what I'd do is I'd stick a CT clamp on this cable here. But with my EV Ultra running from the consumer unit to the charger here, I haven't got the Cat 5 here. We've got a little board here and the tails go into this one, and then it's got the armoured feed in that board. So there's no other sub board here, which means I'm going to install the CT clamp around my line conductor within this consumer unit, which will basically do exactly the same job. Otherwise I need to run a Cat 5 from here to the meter tails, and it's not really necessary when I can just do it here. The Cat 5's here. I'm just doing this. So there are several ways that I could have actually done this, and in hindsight I could have ran a Cat 5 from the charger straight to the meter tails, or a Cat 5 from the consumer unit back to the meter tails as well. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. Never mind, look at that lovely clean hole. So the reason I use this 28mm core drill, firstly you get a nice clean hole, but also with the Hypervolt, someone walking past, camera shy, this only needs a 20mm hole really, but because the way the Hypervolt sits and it hooks on this bracket, if you have just a 20mm hole, you haven't got any play like that to hook the charger on. So what I mean is, because I've got that extra play, I can sit that on super easy. Otherwise, you've got a right struggle trying to get that on there. And I just do that, and then I mark up where I can strip my cable back to before I seal my holes up. These Niglon blanks have got a screw terminal to fix it to the buzz bar. I've not seen that with blanks before. I like that. What I've done here is I've got my Cat 5 from EV Ultra in this little Wago box, and the CT cables run round this way. I've tried to keep it away from the cables the best I can, and just pop that in there. It's got the same sort of buzz bar as Proteus, so it's right up there out of the way, and then hopefully this will fit. Perfect. Another little tip for you is when you're fixing this holster, don't fix it too close to the facing brick of the house because you can blow it. I've done it before. So just keep it over a little bit and you'll be okay. This one's connected to the internet absolutely fine. Yesterday's did as well, so I don't know what happened on Tuesday with that one where it wouldn't even find me the Wi-Fi networks available. But I'm gonna go back there tomorrow and we're gonna sort that out. So if you wanna see how that does, stick about. Hashtag done. So you know I couldn't get this charger connected to the internet. Well, I've just been onto the phone to Hypervolt. I've told them no Wi-Fi networks are available, and I'm in a busy area. It should pick up some houses, but it doesn't. And I told them I've hardwired it, and they were like, oh, that's strange. So they went through the old computer thing, told me to turn it off, turn it back on. I swear they've pushed a button or something, because straight away, hardwired connection, good. And I haven't even done anything, no tools are out yet. But either way, I'm cracking on with the testing, and then all that filling I've done inside has now dried, and I'm going to sand it down for my customer, and I will not look like this for the rest of the day. The bit of extra work that I'm about to do was excluded from the quote, but it's Friday afternoon, and I just thought, why not? Let's finish the job properly. These 3M Peltor ear defenders are brilliant. I can connect them to my phone, which means I can listen to some music while I'm doing this job. It started off well, and then I remembered why I don't normally do this bit.
Got so much weight on my shoulders, enough to knock me out, but I'm still holding the throne. You never know till it's over. So pretty it hurts, just beware of the thorns. You got a glimpse, and you can't resist.
A massive thank you to everyone who supported my channel and bought me coffees the past week. You're all legends. So thank you, Graham Meadowcroft, Peter Thompson, Louis Simpkins, Adam, and ex-Army Dave Chef. Thank you, love you all. Subscribe to my channel. See you next week.